What's up, everybody? So today's video is going to be a very detailed breakdown of Bad Bunny and where he comes from, because there's a lot of characters in this rabbit hole. So make sure you guys watch this video all the way to the end, because I'm going to be covering over 20 characters in this video. This video is going to have the most characters that I've ever exposed in a single video, and a lot of these characters are big names, so I'm sure all of you guys will enjoy it. So before I get into the video, make sure you guys drop a like, share, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my Patreon. So this first character that we're going to be looking at is literally a character, and his name is Ali G, because as you guys can see by the side-by-side comparison, they look exactly alike. And what I've noticed with these characters is they always have a signature style that they pass down to other characters. So for example, in this situation, they're both wearing these orange glasses, and they do this a lot to put it in plain sight who their other characters are. So that's why Bad Bunny wears these glasses sometimes. You know, it's kind of like a reference to his other character. And right here, they look exactly alike. You know, I can barely tell the difference between them. Right here, they're even doing a similar face expression, so you can really see the resemblance a lot. So Ali G is not a real person. He is literally a fictional character, as you guys can see. His name is Alistair Leslie Graham, and Leslie's a female name. And you guys are going to notice a big pattern in this video, that all of these characters are inverted heavily, and they love to use female names and dress up like women, and you guys are going to see throughout the video. But anyways, it says, better known as Ali G. Ali G is a satirical fictional character created and performed by English comedian Sacha Baron Cohen. And right here at the bottom, you can see that it says that this fictional character was played by Sacha Baron Cohen. And Sacha Baron Cohen is a big actor, and I will be talking about him later. But for now, I want to focus on his character that he literally played on the world stage, which is Ali G. And there's a lot of celebrities that do stuff like this, where they create their own fictional character in plain sight. You know what I mean? Like, for example, Ali G is literally being played by Sacha Baron Cohen, and he's letting us know, right? Just like how Shock G played Humpty Hump, and he put on like a fake nose and he played a character, right? So that's the same thing that Sacha is doing right here with Ali G. And I'll show you guys all his characters. But before I get into all of that, I just want to show you guys a couple more side-by-side comparisons, because they have the same exact head shape. And right here, we can really see the similarities. They look exactly alike. And once again, these characters love wearing those glasses. So this right here is the nail in the coffin. They look exactly alike right here. And right here, I couldn't tell the difference between them. I was shocked at how much they looked alike. And they made memes about this, and they said, gonna tell my kids this was Bad Bunny. And then Ali G has this picture on the right where he looks extremely CGI'd, and he's doing symbolism right here in plain sight. And a big connection with these characters is the fact that Bad Bunny did a Hot Cheetos commercial, right? And Hot Cheetos colors are orange and yellow. And right here, Ali G is wearing orange and yellow. So it's like a big reference to his other character. So now let's move on to the next character in this rabbit hole, which is Adam Sandler, because Ali G also looks a lot like Adam Sandler, as you guys can see by these side-by-side comparisons. And Adam Sandler also looks like Bad Bunny as well. You know, right here they look extremely similar. When I first saw this picture of Bad Bunny on the right, I actually thought it was Adam Sandler. You know, it's crazy how much they look alike. And a lot of people don't know this, but Adam Sandler has these old movies where he was wearing crop tops and stuff like that. And of course, Bad Bunny has pictures wearing crop tops as well. So that's a big reference to his other character. And as you guys can see right here, they look so much alike. And right here, they look very similar as well. So a big connection with this is the fact that Adam Sandler has a movie where he's in a rock band. So he was a musician in a movie, and Bad Bunny is a musician. And one thing about Bad Bunny is his name, right? Because his name is letting us know that he's a bad bunny, you know, and bad meaning that he's evil. And the bunny is a big reference as well, but he gets away with it because bunnies are cute and a lot of people like them. But he uses that as a disguise to hide how evil he is, because right here he has horns on in plain sight. But since his name is Bad Bunny, you know, he's gonna get away with that. And right here he's doing one eye symbolism. And he does one eye symbolism a lot. He's doing it again right here. And even this girl right here is doing it as well. And then right here, he's just blatantly doing one eye symbolism. And he's even wearing makeup. And then he has like domino nails, you know, which is very feminine. But lately, they've been trying to push this agenda for men to get their nails done. You know, it's a big agenda that they're pushing right now. Alright, so before we get into the other 15 characters in this rabbit hole, I just want to talk about some quick gematria that I found. So Ali G and Death have the same exact gematria in 3 different ciphers. And then like I said, Ali G is played by the actor Sacha Baron Cohen. And Sasha and Dead have the same gematria. They both equal 14 in the full reduction. And like I told you guys, a lot of these characters have female names. You know, Sasha is a woman's name. And then Adam Sandler matches up perfectly with Killing and Rapper. They all equal 38 in the full reduction. Bad Bunny's real name is Benito. And notice how his real name matches up perfectly with Bad Bunny. So that shows that his real name was scripted from the very beginning, which means that he's been a character ever since he was born. You know, every celebrity is scripted from the very beginning. They're created specifically to play a character on the world stage. And then Bad Bunny and Death have the same gematria as well. Bad Bunny equals 83 and Death is 38 in the same cipher. So I'm just showing all this gematria just to show you guys how scripted these characters are. And also to point out that one of these characters in this entire video is going to fake their death. You know, they all have gematria matching up towards death. And at the same time, all of these death references could be going towards their base character who is dead. So the base character in this rabbit hole is Freddie Mercury, and he's in the rock band Queen. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of that band before. So as you guys can see right here, Sacha Baron Cohen is on the left and Freddie is on the right, and they look exactly alike, man. This one is very easy to see. And they even tried getting Sacha to play him in a biopic, but then they got somebody else to play Freddie in the movie. And it's like I always tell you guys, they never get their actual characters to play them in a movie because too many people would notice. You know, they always get somebody that never looks like them to play them in the movie. But anyways, even Adam Sandler looks a lot like Freddie Mercury, as you guys can see right here. And in this picture, he looks a lot like Freddie again. And even Bad Bunny looks a lot like Freddie. And right here, Adam looks a lot like Freddie again with that mustache. Alright, so a big connection with Freddie and Adam Sandler is their birthdays, right? So Freddie Mercury's birthday is September 5th, 1946. And Adam Sandler's birthday is September 9th, 1966. So their birthdays are only 4 days apart. So their birthdays are very close. Alright, so Freddie Mercury has so many characters. So I'm going to talk about them pretty fast because there's so many of them. So the first one is this wrestler named Dan Severn. As you guys can see by this comparison, they look exactly alike. And this is where we get deeper with it because there's a lot of old historical characters that look a lot like Freddie Mercury. So the main one that a lot of people know is Nikola Tesla. So a lot of people in the quote-unquote woke community think that Nikola Tesla is a real person and that he was actually the one who created the electricity and stuff like that. And they try to say that history's lying and that Nikola Tesla actually invented that. But none of that matters because Nikola Tesla himself is a character, so it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, this shows that every historical figure is a character and they're all created to play that role. So Nikola Tesla was specifically created to play the role as the guy that got his invention stolen by Benjamin Franklin. So that's something you guys have to really keep in mind. A lot of history is scripted, and I'm not saying that it's fake. You know, some of it is fake, but not all of it is fake. You know, just like today, not everything that happens is fake, but it is scripted by characters on the world stage. And that's the same thing they did back then. You know, these deities have been playing characters for thousands of years on the world stage. The only difference is that now we have internet and we're able to see how many characters they actually have. You know, back in the day, nobody was able to find out who these people were, you know what I mean? So we live in a very interesting time where we're able to expose history, you know what I mean, and compare it to the characters we see today. So another big historical character is Sir Richard Burton. He also looks exactly like Freddie Mercury. I don't know much about him, but it's undeniable how much he looks like Freddie. And another character is Simon Bolivar, and he also looks exactly like Freddie. and there's only paintings of this guy, so that shows how old his character is. You know, it's very interesting to see how deep the rabbit hole actually goes, because these are historical figures, you know what I mean? Like, they were celebrities back then, you know, so at the end of the day, celebrities have not changed their tactics at all. The only difference is now we have social media and TV. Alright, so now let's move on to all the fruity shit that all of these characters have done, because this is a very nasty deity. You know, it loves all this inverted shit. You know, right here you can see Freddie Mercury laying down with all these men. And all of these characters are open with it. You know, that's one thing that's very nasty about them. They don't hide it at all. So here we got Freddie Mercury with all these men. You know, I don't even want to show this for too long because this is very disgusting. So yeah, he was very open about this. And he even kissed this man. So that shows that he's not hiding anything at all. And a big similarity with that is in today's date, Bad Bunny just kissed a male dancer a couple days ago. So that's a major connection right there. You know, this is proof that this is the same disgusting, nasty, inverted deity in all of these characters. And then Sacha Baron Cohen, who is Ali G, he kissed Will Ferrell, as you guys can see by this picture. And he even grabbed him. You know, he took that one a step further. And then Adam Sandler is very open about this as well. He's had a few scenes where he's kissed a man in movies. You know, not as much as these guys have, but he's not exempt from what he's done. You know, he almost kissed this character right here. And then he has this movie where he pretended to marry this guy. And it's called I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. And of course, they got the black and white duality symbolism. And then here we got Adam Sandler when he was younger. And he looks like a woman right here, man. Every time I see this picture, I always think it's a woman. And then here he is doing some fugazi shit again. And it's no different from Freddie Mercury, Bad Bunny, and all these other characters. They all do nasty shit. And right here you can see Freddie Mercury when he dressed up as a woman. And Bad Bunny did the same exact thing. And he dressed up as a modern day woman. You know, back then, this was the modern day women for them. And then in today's day, this is a modern woman that he's portraying. And this is very disgusting. He even looks a lot like Freddie Mercury right here. It's crazy. But yeah, these deities are so nasty. I don't even like looking at them for too long. You know, they're pushing a big agenda. Every single one of these characters that this deity has pushes the same inverted agenda. You know, here's a lot of comparisons of Freddie Mercury and Bad Bunny when they both dressed up as women. So yeah, this is just very disgusting. And what's crazy about this is that they get away with it. You know what I mean? Nobody called out Bad Bunny when he did this. And when Freddie Mercury came out, I bet nobody called him out for it either. You know, people just let it slide like it's okay. And this deity pushes that a lot. And they're making it more acceptable by pushing the line with this. You know, they keep getting worse and worse with every new character that they create. But anyways, enough of that. Now let's dive into all of Adam Sandler's characters, because Adam Sandler is actually a part of a different rabbit hole as well. He's a mixture of Freddie Mercury and Bob Dylan. So that's why Adam Sandler is a part of both of these rabbit holes. But before we get into Bob Dylan, let's talk about this character right here. I bet a lot of you guys recognize him from the movie American Pie. His name is Jason Biggs. And he looks exactly like Adam Sandler. They literally just copied and pasted him into a younger character. And they even have the same teeth right here. And there's this picture where they said Andy Samberg plus Adam Sandler equals Jason Biggs. Adam Sandler and Andy Samberg are also the same character. And they did mockery with it by putting them in the same movie together. And Adam Sandler was the father and Andy Samberg was the son. And right here you guys can see it's called That's My Boy. And then at the bottom they said the story of a child and his son. So they love to put these characters in the same room and the same movie and stuff like that. But don't let that throw you off. It's the same type of evil deities that's behind all of these characters. They just create multiple vessels. So moving along, let's get into some more Andy Samberg characters, because they make characters out of characters. So they made Adam Sandler out of Bob Dylan. And then they made Andy Samberg out of Adam Sandler. And then out of Andy Samberg, they made a bunch more characters that are smaller than him. So right here, they said Michael Cera plus Andy Samberg equals Jesse Eisenberg. And all three of these characters are the same, but these two look exactly alike. And the funny connection is their last names, right? Andy's last name is Samberg, and Jesse's last name is Eisenberg. Alright, so another one of Andy's characters is Matt Bennett. You know, they look exactly alike. He's literally just a younger version of him. Moving along, another character that he has is Derek Bateman, and he was a WWE wrestler. And one thing you're going to notice with all of these characters, they all come from their base character, which is Bob Dylan. So they're all going to look like Bob Dylan at the end of the day. So that's why Andy looks exactly like Bob Dylan right here. So now let's look at Adam Sandler and Bob Dylan. As you guys can see, they look exactly alike. You know, it's crazy how many characters they made out of Bob Dylan and Freddie Mercury. You know, they're two different rabbit holes, but they do cross over with Adam Sandler because, like I said, Adam Sandler is a mixture of both of them. So moving along, here's some more comparisons. I'm sure everyone can see the resemblance. You know, they look exactly alike. And Bob Dylan was a big character back in the day. So that's why I'm not surprised that Adam Sandler is a big character as well. So this picture creeped me out the first time I saw it because I literally thought this was Adam Sandler dressed up as an old man. But this is actually Bob Dylan. And the longer you look at this picture, you're going to start to see Adam Sandler, and it's really creepy. So right here, you guys can see they look exactly alike. And this person said Bob Dylan looks like Adam Sandler playing Bob Dylan. Alright, so another old character that Bob Dylan has is Leonard Cohen. And I don't know who that is, but he looks exactly like Bob Dylan as well. And he even looks like Adam Sandler. And I'm not surprised because they're all a part of the same group of characters. And then here's some more side-by-side comparisons of Leonard Cohen and Adam Sandler. They look very similar right here. So another Adam Sandler character is Nick Castle. And I'm sure you guys know him from the movie Halloween. He played Michael Myers in that movie. And as you guys can see, he looks exactly like Adam Sandler right here. Now let's move on to the next character, which is DJ Khaled. He looks exactly like Adam Sandler right here, and nobody can deny it. So I made a side-by-side comparison, and they look so similar. It's so funny because I never would have expected Adam Sandler to be DJ Khaled, you know what I mean? And the big connection here is the fact that Adam Sandler has a movie called Click where he fast forwards time and he ends up becoming fat in the future. And this is a big reference to his other character, DJ Khaled. So I put them side by side and they look exactly alike right here. Alright, so another one of Adam Sandler's characters is Daniel Ricciardo, and he's a race car driver. As you guys can see, they look exactly alike. Not really much to say about this one. But one thing I did find was Daniel Ricciardo put it in plain sight, and he made this tweet where he said, "I'm not Adam Sandler. I like hamburgers and I wish I could sing." Alright, moving along, the next character is Vin Diesel. As you guys can see by the side-by-side comparison, he looks a lot like Adam Sandler. But Vin Diesel is mixed with somebody else, and it's a woman. So I will make a separate video about him because he's not directly just Adam Sandler. He's heavily mixed with a woman character. So let me know if you guys want me to make a video about that. But one thing I found interesting was if you look at pictures of Vin Diesel when he was younger, he looks exactly like Adam Sandler. It's crazy. You know, this is Vin Diesel when he was younger. And the first time I looked at this, I thought it was Adam Sandler. So moving along, the next character in this rabbit hole is Aaron Hernandez. And again, he's another mixed character. So he's not directly just Adam Sandler. He's also a part of another rabbit hole. So I'm not really going to talk about him too much. But I will say, you know, the reason why a lot of people thought Bad Bunny looked like Aaron Hernandez is because they're all a part of the same group of characters. And the big connection between these two is the fact that Aaron Hernandez was a football player that got arrested and he went to prison, right? So isn't it funny that Adam Sandler has a movie called The Longest Yard where he's playing football in prison with all of these prisoners? You know, they put this one right in our face. And a lot of people were putting Aaron Hernandez's face on The Longest Yard. So that's a major connection between them. And then I found this funny how people were comparing young DJ Khaled to Aaron Hernandez and Adam Sandler because they all look alike. And last but not least, the last character in this rabbit hole that I'm going to mention is David Blaine, and he's a magician. and he looks exactly like Adam Sandler right here. And it's very interesting that he's a magician, because all celebrities do magic on their fans, and they do magic with their hand signs and their words, and a lot of people don't even know that they're casting spells in their music to mind control you and stuff like that. So I will go deeper on that on Patreon, because I can show songs and stuff without getting copyrighted. So if you're interested in that, the link to my Patreon is in the description below. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, I went really deep down the rabbit hole in this one, and I exposed so many characters. You know, I did a lot of research on this, so I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to drop a like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications, follow me on Instagram, and subscribe to my Patreon. The links are in the description below. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I'm out.